So as we've kind of started back, we're going to start at the basics, because when we started this group off, I'm pretty sure it's 2 years ago now, in the October, in the run up to Christmas. It was firstly, we started because I put out a thing, anyone wants to lose some weight. And I had about 17, this is on the College of Medicine, about 17 people contact me and said, you know, on email. And I thought, how can we keep this going on email? It's going to be impossible. So we started this little group. But a friend of mine in Australia, Gayleen, she said to me about losing weight. And it's, we all talk about losing weight, but who wants to lose anything really? So she said it's a much better idea and a much better incentive to create the body you want. You know, and it doesn't matter. It's not, this group's not about losing weight. This is about creating the body you want. It might be you want to put on a bit of weight. Might be you want to put on some muscle, or, you know, you want to get taller. No, that doesn't work. But, you know, whatever it is you want to change, you know, that's what this group's about. And it's about being happy. I'm going to tell you all now, you know, before we even get started, you're already a whole being. You're already the most incredible creation on this planet, in this universe. Think about it. Think how incredible you are. For some of you, your body's created other human beings. How incredible is that? You know, so just think, and I think we beat ourselves up a lot. You know, we look in the mirror, think, oh, look at that, you know, you beat ourselves up, instead of every now and again appreciating what we have. And but that doesn't stop us from continuing to work towards being as well as we can be. I can't see anyone here that's seriously overweight, to be honest with you. So I know you're just here because you want to listen to me talk and wait for me to fumble on something. But you know, the whole point of this evening is to get together and just, you're all going to have different goals, whatever that might be. And it might not be a physical goal. It might just be a health goal. But we do know that this is going to break down at some point. And we have to look after it and feed it the right nutrition, give it enough hydration, and move enough. And I know all of you look like you're doing that already. Val's still doing a 10,000 steps look. And but you know, it's just about focusing. Tonight we're going to focus. I want you all to put any, you know, when I see my weight loss clients, my creating a body and health clients, I always ask, you know, do you know where you want to be? And one of the words they generally use is, well, realistically, you know, I'd love to be, you know, realistically, I'd love to be 10 stone, but realistically, 11 and a half will do. I want you to put the word realistic out of your mind, because the one thing we know about our body is that we can change it. And there are only two questions when it comes, with four questions really, but the two main questions are, how badly do you want to feel that good or be that healthy? And what are you willing to do to make it happen? We all have our goals, and we watch the Olympics and we watch these incredible athletes, think, oh, I'd love to be able to jump that high. And while we're doing that, we're eating a bag of crisps and having a pint of beer. You know, it's never going to happen. How badly do you want to be that fit? That's the question. Because we can. I know it because I'm doing it. But it's about committing. It's about committing to your goal. It's not difficult. I really don't think it's difficult to create the body you want. But it's just about having a big enough reason. You know, why do you want to create that body? And for some of you, it'll be because you want to be around as long as for your children. It might be that you want to look and feel as good as you are. Maybe you're single and you're still out there and you've got to get your kit off at some point. You want to look as good as you can look when you get your kit off. I don't know, whatever that reason is, but if you feel into that reason and find that's the reason, and get that, what we're going to do today in hypnosis, because again, as I said, I've got this friend, Gayleen, very Australian name as far as I can say. I don't think I've ever heard it anywhere else. Gayleen. So anyway, she's a fabulous woman. And she was also saying this about, we were talking one day about the law of attraction and manifesting. There's a lot of books out there on it. You know, if you will it and you want it and all that kind of stuff. But she was saying, what's missing? Is that your partner, Val? Hi, Nice to see you. I like your hairstyle, by the way. Very nice.
I know, same as yours. He was really curious about the seminar, so I told him to hop over and join. Sorry to interrupt.
Jump on, yeah. Yeah, so she was saying what was missing from this manifesting. It's okay thinking I'd love to look like that, or I'd love to achieve that. But she said what's missing is this. It's actually feeling into your outcome. I'm not just talking about seeing yourself at the goal you want to go. Well, that's one thing. And that's okay. But to feel into that outcome, actually step into your body having achieved it. And then get a sense of what it feels like to have achieved it. And then it's the important part. Ask the question, how much fun is it? How much fun can I make it? Because what she's saying, and it's absolutely true, as human beings, we are geared toward pleasure. We want to feel good. We want to, be happy. So we're geared towards happiness and pleasure. If you have an understanding of how you're going to feel when you achieve your goal, whatever that is, and you ask the question, how much fun is it? And you feel into that, and you just put that in the back of your mind, everything about your nature is then inclined toward making it happen. You won't have to, if you're thirsty, you don't need Tony Robbins to come along with his 6-foot teeth and go, come on, let's get motivated to have a glass of water. You don't need it because you're thirsty. Now, if you're hungry, don't need some big motivator guy to come along and come on, let's eat. No, if you're hungry, enjoy the food, you're going to go toward it. And it's the same for everything. Everything becomes easier once you feel into that outcome. And I think we should do it with all of our plans and goals, because I've had friends who have strived towards being a millionaire. They're, in their 20s, they get their first million, and they're still empty. There's still something missing. If they had felt into that outcome to start off and asked how much fun it was, because if it's not fun, if it's not enjoyable, find another goal. And that's why I think with what's missing, and when we're planning our goals and things like that, just to feel into it and go, okay, how good am I going to feel? How much fun is it going to be? And then put that to the back of your mind. Everything about you is inclined toward it. So I want you to, just for a moment, think about a physical goal, whether it's something you want to achieve, a way you want your body to be, or it's a health goal. But one thing that you would really love to achieve, and I want you to do this now for me. Have you all got one? Right, just take a breath in. As you breathe out, close your eyes and go out into the future to a point where you've achieved that goal. And I want you to notice the way you move and the way you breathe. I want you to step into your body and get a sense of what it feels like to achieve that goal. The stamina, the feeling of confidence, the feeling of achievement. Step into it, feel into it, get a sense of what it feels like, and then ask the question, how much fun is this? How much fun can I make it? How important is it for me? Get a sense of that now. Feel into it. Put that to the back of your mind now. And now everything about your nature is inclined toward it. Take a breath and open your eyes. And you'll find yourself moving toward it. The other thing which I've been saying to you for a long time now, and if you've been on my retreat, you've been in any of my groups for the last year or so, and again, I keep quoting Galen, but so many golden nuggets have come from what she said. And again, some months ago, I forget how many months ago, it was Anthony, my son, and I were running some training online. And when we are teaching people how to help people overcome habits, we ask for a volunteer. And one of the students put their hand up, and Anthony said, okay, he put her on the screen. He said, how can I help? And she said, I want to stop swearing so much. That's what she said. I've got a bad habit of swearing too much. So anyway, he worked with her. And afterwards, he did his work. And afterwards, I said to him, in front of all the students, I said, why didn't you ask if she wanted to quit swearing altogether? And just stop swearing altogether. He said, well, who'd want to stop swearing altogether? It's like part of our nature, part of our language. So I said, I don't think we need to swear. In fact, I'm going to stop swearing. That's what I said. I didn't do it, but that's what I said I was going to do. And of course, because I'd said I was going to stop swearing, I was very aware of when I was swearing. And I realized that all of the swearing I was doing was at me. You effing this, you stupid that, you blah, blah, blah. All of the swearing I was doing was at me. So I thought it was kind of funny. And I was talking to my friend Gailey, and she didn't think it was funny at all. She said, that's self-abuse. I never looked at it like that before, but she was absolutely adamant. That's self-abuse. She said, what you should have, what you should feel is an unconditional self-love. And I don't know if she helped me or I got there myself anyway. But I'll tell you what, once you have that unconditional self-love, that's not an arrogance. That's not I love myself. It's an unconditional self-love. I promise you, and you're going to get there tonight. If you haven't done this with me already, I'm going to get you there tonight. Because I think it's the most important thing we can have. Because once you have that unconditional self-love, you stop beating yourself up over everything. If you have a friend that you love and they make a mistake, you don't stop loving them. If you have a friend that you love that puts on a couple of pounds, you don't stop loving them. And yet we're much harsher on ourselves. In fact, I think it's the #1 human problem condition, if you like. There's two. The first one is expecting too much of ourselves. We expect too much of ourselves and then we beat ourselves up when we don't match up to it. That's the #1 problem we have as human beings. And the second one is mind reading. They'll be thinking that, she'll be thinking this. He must be thinking that, mate. One, you can't mind read. And two, and you know if you're a therapist, people are so caught up in their own stuff, they don't have time to worry about what you're doing or thinking about you. They truly don't. Yet we spend most of our time worrying about what other people think, expecting too much of ourselves and beating ourselves up when we don't achieve it. Once you get past worrying about what other people think, and once you get a sense of an unconditional self-love, I promise your life changes. As soon as I started feeling this, I started to eat differently. Why would I feed someone I love rubbish? Why would I beat someone I love up over making the smallest mistakes? And as I've said to you, in England, we use it as a derogatory term. Oh, look at him, he loves himself. Look at her, she loves herself. What we should be saying, look at him, how incredible, he loves himself. Look at her, how wonderful, she loves herself. If we all treated ourselves with the same love we show our kids, if we all want for ourselves what we want for the people we love, treat ourselves with the same kindness, we'd all live to 90. But we have to find that first. So with all my clients now, it's the bottom line. I don't care what they come in for. I want them at some point to understand that they can get into that feeling of unconditional self-love. Why would you stop smoking if you don't love yourself enough? Why would you treat yourself to the health and body you want if you don't love yourself enough? You know, I have these wonderful friends, you're some of them, and every now and again you will say something that sticks in my head. And I then think, okay, I'm going to say that to my clients. And one of my friends, Sandra Grace, she asks the other two best questions in the world. I'm going to ask them of you. And the first question is this: what has to happen for you to love yourself enough to treat yourself to the health that you want, to the body that you want, to the life that you want? What has to happen for you to love yourself enough? That, for me, is the best question in the world. And the second question, if you are not living that now, if not, why not? If we ask ourselves those questions, feel into a sense of unconditional self-love, focus on what we really want, there's very little we cannot achieve. I see kids that come to see me, they're 18, 19, 17 years old. And I say to them, what could you not achieve in the next 5 years if you really set your mind on it? You could be speaking another 2 languages fluently. You could be playing a guitar like Eric Clapton. Oh, he leaves you at 22. I don't believe it's ever too late. I forget which motivator guy it was who says, in any 2-year period, you can completely change your life. In any 2-year period, you can change your life. I believe it. You know, as most of you know, I'm 70. I'm not ready for out of this yet. I'm not. You know, and feeling into that feeling of fun. You know, when I'm doing some exercise and I'm going to lift a weight and I'm on my bench press, I don't know if, I'm sure some of you men know the same thing. You reach up, even if you're women and you're doing it. I look at Linda, she's a bench presser, I can see it, yeah. Yeah, well, any of you who do anything to do with weights. And I reach up, normally put my hands on the bar, I haven't even lifted it yet, right? Just got my hands around the bar and I pull this face. Right, I haven't even lifted yet, I'm pulling a pain face. I'm already pulling that face like I'm in agony. But feeling into how much fun it is. And I think about being 70 and I think I'm gonna, in a couple of, now, 6-7 weeks from now, I'm gonna release a video of my Jacqueline rope workout. And I'm gonna do the video, right? I don't want some 20-year-old gym junkie to do it. I'm gonna do it, ripped. How much fun is that gonna be? So when I pick up, when I get on my weight now, this is what I do, right? It looks mad. Anyone seeing me on my weight machine would think I'm completely nuts, which I probably am. But I put my hands on the bar, and this is what I do now, Linda. Right? It's completely different, right? It's no longer a pain face. I just think how much fun that's going to be to have the body I want. And I put a smile on my face, and it's much easier. So feeling into your outcome and making that decision. What has to happen for you to love yourself enough to treat yourself to the health and the life and the body you want? And if you're not doing that now, if not, why not? I say to my clients, and I mean it, I'll say it to all of you, I do not want you to diet. If you're looking to lose a bit of weight, do not diet. I say to my clients, I want you to go in any supermarket so I can eat anything I want in here. I'm going to eat these foods because I want to be 9 stone. I don't know about you. I know Linda's nodding because I know I've met Linda. I'm sure she's exactly the same as me. If someone tells me I can't do something, I think I wasn't even thinking about it before. Now I'm going to do it. That's just my nature. Do the opposite of what someone tells me. You know, I have people out there who have achieved their physical goals, and people say, how did you do it? And I say, free, so I could eat what I want, still achieve what I want to achieve. I want you, all of you, to enjoy your life even more. Enjoy your food even more. If you like a glass of wine, enjoy a glass of wine even more. Become a connoisseur. Most of us don't even taste what we're eating. Now we're talking. Before you know it, the plate's empty. By becoming a connoisseur and tasting every mouthful, the weight drops off you. It does. Because you're in the moment with your food. I'm not talking about all this, what's it called? Anyway, you know, you're eating, you're in the present, you're eating it, you're tasting it. That gives you enough chance to understand when you've eaten enough. It's a big thing in our culture in England. I know it's like around the world, but it is here. It's our culture to eat everything that's put in front of us. We're told as kids, you've got to eat that. There are kids that are starving in Africa. Eat it up. Right. I'm full, but I'll have some more. Now we grow up with that understanding. I want you all to understand that you can listen to your body. And when you've eaten enough, and your body will know, the feeling of empowerment is saying, I've eaten enough. That's great. Thanks. It's immense. By taking back that bit of control. So simple things to do. Ask the question, what has to happen for you to love yourself enough? You all know, all of you here are super intelligent. That's why you're here. The people aren't so bright are somewhere else. All the bright people this evening are here in this group. And you're super intelligent. You know exactly what you need to do to create the life you want. You're teaching other people to do it probably. You're helping other people create the body they want. We've just got to be as kind to ourselves as we are to others. Want for ourselves what we want for others. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you into hypnosis. You know our work. I'm going to speak to the part of you that is responsible for your eating, your health, your energy, your well-being. I'm going to ask it to go to your creative mind and find lots of enjoyable ways of eating and fun ways of moving. You know, I can't think of anything worse personally than standing on a treadmill for an hour. Can't think of anything worse. But dancing, I could do that for an hour. Some of you know, if you see me on the dance floor, it's pretty bad. I can do it for an hour. I can, I can walk my dog for an hour. There's other ways of doing stuff rather than stand looking at a wall and walking and going nowhere. That's just not my idea of fun. But if it is your idea of fun, that's great. But you don't have to do that. And you have to remember, and it's true, and this is a quote from Tim Ferriss's book called The 4-Hour Body. And it's true. He said, you lose pounds in the kitchen and ounces in the gym. You lose pounds in the kitchen, ounces in the gym. Find some foods that you absolutely love that will lead you to your health and your physical goals. Find some fun ways of moving that will get you to where you want to be. And it'll be easy, I promise you. It'll be absolutely incredible what you can do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm speak to the part of you that runs your eating, your well-being. Ask it to find some nice ways of eating that will get you where you want to go. And by eating, by understanding that it's okay to leave food, you can lose weight wherever you go. You can go to an Italian restaurant or a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, or whatever. If you're listening to your body, because up until maybe it's not you, but for the majority of people, when they go to a restaurant, there's some kid in the kitchen who's decided how much food you're going to eat that night. Because they put it on your plate, because you paid for it, you're going to eat it, generally. I took my daughter-in-law, Anthony's wife, to a place called Cosmo. It's one of those places where it's got different kinds of foods and you self-serve it, you know. You got a plate and you can keep filling it up. And I think on the windows, it's like, whatever it was, £25, eat as much as you like. And walking towards a restaurant, she looked at it and she said, oh, that's great, eat as much as you can. I said, that's not what it says on the window. Don't say eat as much as you can, it says eat as much as you like. But most of the people go in there and they think, I paid £25, I'm going to have 30 quid's worth. I'm going to eat as much as I can. I don't even taste the food. They come out, I can't even walk. So, you know, it's knowing when to stop. It's listening to your body, caring about yourself enough to treat yourself to that life you want. So I'm going to hypnotize you all. You're going to love it. I'm going to take you into a state of hypnosis way beyond anything you've experienced before. Ooh, you're going to love it, right? I promise you I'll bring you back at some point in the future. And while you're there, understand that you are loved and you are loved and you are loving. Get a sense of that. You're going to feel into this tonight. I'm going to get you to experience that feeling of unconditional self-love. And you're going to take it into everything you do. Okay, right. So are you ready to be hypnotized? Right, remember, I'm ready, Freddie. Excellent. All right, good. All right, so get yourself comfortable. Make sure you're not perched on the end of a table or something with a hot cup of coffee in your lap or something like that. All right, that's my warning for you. So you can't sue me for burning yourself. All right, so get yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. And as you breathe out, allow your eyes to close, but only as quickly as you're ready to create the body you want and the health you want, the happiness you want. That's right. That's right. Get yourself comfortable, Katharina. That's right. I love it when people get in that state. Good. All right. And just listen to my voice. And for a moment, focus on your body. And if you can sense any tension anywhere, let it go. Just for a while, nobody wants anything. No one expects anything. And there is nothing for you to do but to listen to my voice. For a moment, focus on those tiny muscles around your eyes. Allow your eyes to relax. Imagine your temples massaged and the muscles are relaxing so completely they just won't work. Get a sense of that happening as you listen to my voice. That's right, your eyes are relaxing so completely they just won't work. Imagine that's happening automatically and there's nothing you can do about that. For a moment, think about the people you love, people that love you. See those faces, feel that love. And as you feel that love, as you see those faces, your eyes have relaxed so completely now, they just won't work. And when you realize that your eyes are so relaxed, they just won't work, you can test them, find it completely locked just for a while. That's right. Now, nothing bothers or affects you, nothing disturbs you. All that matters now is you, the sound of my voice, and creating that life that you want. And knowing it's okay to want that for yourself. I'm going to snap my fingers, and as you hear that sound is going to drive that feeling of relaxation around your eyes, right down through your body, like a bliss anesthesia. Get ready as you hear that sound, that feeling of relaxation around your eyes. It's going to go right down through your body, every muscle, nerve, and fiber relaxing. Now. That's right. Just drifting down into that beautiful space. Just you and the sound of my voice. Every word I say takes you deeper and deeper now. Get a sense of that happening and imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Just drifting into that space, because with the eyes closed, you can continue to relax. Although at times you may be more aware of some things than you were before. The sound of my voice, the comfort of the chair, the sounds in the room, certain sensations, the beating of your heart, and the thoughts and images that drift into the mind automatically. Just for a moment, allow yourself the pleasure of going out there into the future. You created the body you want and you're feeling great. You create the health you want. And I want you to notice the way you move and the way you breathe. That feeling of achievement, that feeling of freedom, feeling of confidence, a lightness of being. Step into that body, feel into it. Get a sense of how good you feel once again. That's right, get a sense of that now. The energy, the stamina, waking up in the morning energized. Feel into it and ask the question, how much fun is it to feel that good? How much fun is it to have created that body that you want and the life you want? That's right, get a sense of it now. Because now you know how good you're going to feel. Everything about your nature is inclined toward making it happen. Because with the eyes closed, you can continue to relax. As you continue to learn even more than before about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. And the mind begins to drift down toward a place of quietness. A place of peaceful inner awareness. A place that almost seems to give off signals that directs awareness down toward it, into it. More and more comfortably, more and more effortlessly, more and more completely and deeply than before. Where even the effort it takes to be aware of the sound of my voice or the meaning of my words may almost seem to be too much effort to bother making. It's so much easier simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. Allowing events to occur in your own time, in your own way, a drifting down. Deeper, deeper, deeper down now. Get a sense of that happening. Just dropping down toward the place of ultimate bliss. Know it's okay to feel that good. Just deeper and deeper. Every word I say takes you even deeper. Just when you think you've reached the ultimate space of profound hypnosis and trance, my voice, my words are going to take you 10 times deeper. Imagine that's happening. There's nothing you can do about that now. Everything I say now is your reality. Every suggestion I give you, your mind and body will act upon. At a molecular, cellular, neurological levels, now your reality. Because you have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And that unconscious mind, the back of the mind, that instinctive, intuitive part of your being, can continue to hear, to understand, respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. That wonderful, free-floating place of effortless relaxation and letting go. Allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way, as you drift as a mind. And that mind drifts without boundaries, without borders, without limits. How incredible are you? You are the most incredible creation in this known universe. You are love, and you are loved, and you are loving. Get a sense of that now as you drift even deeper into that beautiful space. Imagine it's happening. There's nothing you can do about that. And the unconscious mind can allow those changes to occur, while the conscious mind drifts off someplace else entirely now. It's right, in your own time, in your own way, aware of events that occur along the way. As the unconscious mind utilizes that opportunity to alter your awareness and to continue that learning in whatever way is the right way for you. Learning that feeling of letting go, allowing the unconscious to assume more and more responsibility for guiding and directing awareness as you continue to learn even more than before about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. As you relax and enter into the trance more and more comfortably, more and more deeply, more and more effortlessly than before. I can wonder whether you're aware that you've drifted deeply into hypnosis. And as you drift even deeper now, You can use your unconscious mind as a resource, an inner strength that you can utilize. All that's needed to build a good rapport with the unconscious is to have a line of communication. Sometimes the unconscious communicates by movement. It may be that the eye reflex changes and the eyes flicker. That's right. Or the head moves slightly. Or a muscle twitches involuntarily. That's right. You can try and keep those eyes still if they flicker even more. It may be that the left hand moves all by itself. It starts to feel lighter and lighter and starts to lift up and drift up, or the right arm goes even higher. Only the unconscious mind knows which it will use. Because the unconscious mind knows more about you than anyone else. So as you drift deeply into hypnosis now, even deeper than before, I'd like your unconscious mind to search through all the things in your life and pick one thing that is of vital and utmost importance to your life, to your health, your confidence, your well-being, your energy, a way you'd love to feel, something you'd love to achieve, or something that no longer suits you. And when the unconscious mind's made that choice, I'd like it to increase those signals with honest unconscious movements so that you and I understand. That's right. Even as you become aware of certain sensations now, body moving, breathing changing, eyes flickering, head nodding, deeper, deeper, deeper down into that wonderful state. One thing you'd love to achieve, a way you'd love to feel, something's of vital and utmost importance to your future, your confidence, something you'd love to be free of, or something that no longer suits you. When the unconscious mind's made that choice, I'd like it to allow you to know that's right by increasing those signals. And as you become aware of certain sensations, the mind automatically moves toward those thoughts and ideas. Images that clarify most clearly for you, the very things you know and do that seem to get in the way of creating that life and the happiness you really want. Awareness migrates toward things that need attention, the same way animals migrate, without thinking, without trying. They just seem to know when to go, where to go, what to do to take care of themselves. An inner voice, an inner awareness that moves those animals from place to place, makes them restless, something not right. What has to happen for you to love yourself enough to treat yourself to the health and the life you want? Somewhere in you, you know exactly what you need to do. You have all the natural intelligence you need, all the strength you need. And all that's needed is for you to allow yourself to do it in the right way for you. Those animals move hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, taking care of their young, taking care of themselves. No one knows how it feels to be a bird or a dolphin or a lion or a butterfly that suddenly knows the time's right for a change. Suddenly knows the exact change needed. Now I'd like your unconscious mind to hand over those signals to that part of you that is responsible for your body, for your health, for your eating, your nutrition, the part of you that runs that automatic healing ability that's been looking after you from the moment you were conceived. And when that part's taken full control of those signals, I'd like it to increase those signals so you and I understand it's taken control. That's right, eyes flickering, body's moving, deeper, deeper, deeper down into that feeling now. Now I'd like to ask that part to go to your creative mind, the part of you that dreams, that has ideas, that makes plans, creates, and allow that wonderful creative mind to run and flow and work and come up with lots of new choices, wonderful foods that will lead you to that health that you want. Fun ways of moving that gets your heart working. Each time it identifies a new choice that it believes is at least, if not more, enjoyable and fun to do, that will create the health and the body and the happiness you want. I'd like it to increase those signals so that you and I understand. It's making those choices for you, and it's working brilliantly. Wonderful foods that you can enjoy that will lead you to that physical health and physical goal. Fun ways of moving to enable you to be healthy. That's right, it's working brilliantly. And as that part searches, in a moment, you're going to have the most incredible feeling of liberation and freedom. Because in a moment, the essence of who you are, that intangible part of a human being, the passenger, the observer in that physical body, is going to separate from that body in that chair. And it will be the most incredible thing of liberation and freedom. The essence of who you are. You know, some people, some cultures call it the spirit, the soul. I call it the essence, that intangible part of a human being. Get a sense of just drifting up out of your body and leaving that body in that chair for a while. Get a sense of that feeling of freedom as you drift away from your body. And as you drift away from your body, I want you to look back at that body in that chair and just for a moment, show it some appreciation. How incredible are you? Just for a moment, think about your feet. How incredible are your feet? How many places have you been because of your feet? How many miles have your feet walked? How many people have you met because of your feet? How incredible is your feet? Think about your hands. How incredible are your hands? The things your hands have enabled you to do. The people you've held in those hands. The love you felt for those hands. How incredible are your hands? How incredible are you? You are the most incredible creation. And notice as you drift away from that body in that chair, notice that the essence of who you are is ageless. It's infinite, has no edge. And nothing that happens to that body in that chair can touch you. And understanding that you're not your body. We need our bodies to communicate and move. We need our bodies to experience, for our senses, to feel pleasure, to feel love. But you're not your body. And you're not even your name because that was given to you. And understanding that whatever you thought you were, you are so, so much more than that. Get a sense of drifting further and further away, drifting up out that building you're in. Get a sense of drifting up into that sky, drifting higher and higher like a helium balloon that some young child has let go of in the park. Just drifting further and further, as light as a feather. Get a sense of drifting so high now, you could actually look back at this planet we live on, this incredible blue planet we live on. See that rock spinning through space. The whites of the clouds, the whites of the mountaintops, the greens of the forests, the blues of the ocean. How incredible is that planet? How lucky are we to have landed on this planet? All the planets in the universe, how lucky are we? I want you to notice as you look at that planet from way off, how your perspective changes. Think about the near 8 billion people on that planet, which you are one unique, incredible individual. Because you are unique and you are incredible. Because in the history of mankind, there have been 100 billion people on planet Earth. There's never been another you. There'll never be another you. You are unique. You are incredible. And you are love. And notice as you look at that planet from way off, notice that the essence of who you are is pure light and pure joy and pure love. The essence of who you are is where every thought begins. It's a pure thought. Because the essence of who you are is pure light and love. That's who you are. And notice as you look at that planet from way off, how your perspective changes and things that had seemed overwhelming no longer have any power over you. Things that had seemed hard or difficult to achieve no longer have any power over you. Now in your mind's eye, get a sense of a target, like an archery target, a massive target between you and that planet. See those colored bands? See the very center. Now in the center of that target is unconditional self-love. The center of that target is flooded with that feeling of unconditional self-love. In a moment, I'm going to make this sound. As I make that sound, you'll be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through the center of the target into a space of total light and love. And as you go through that target, your mind and body, every cell, every molecule will be flooded with the most intense, incredible feeling of unconditional self-love. And I want you to know that it's okay to love yourself. So get ready. As I make that sound, you're going to be fired, shot like an arrow, straight into that space. And as you go through that target, the most incredible feeling of unconditional self-love is going to flood your body and mind. I want you to enjoy every moment. Get ready. Now you're in that space. Feel that feeling of unconditional self-love. No, it's okay to feel that good. To want the best for yourself, to be as kind to yourself as you are to others. To want for yourself what you want for the people you love. I know it's okay to feel into it. Feel it now. Think about the people you love and the people that love you. And for some of you, think about the people you've helped with your words and your love and your kindness. People who are living their life in a different way now, free of problems because of your words and your love. How incredible are you? Feel into that love now. Feel it like a burning hot sun in a summer sky. And shrink it down to a white hot nuclear powered ball of light as big as a golf ball. And pull that feeling of love into your heart center. And feel your heart expanding with that feeling of love. Love for others and unconditional self-love for you. Get a sense of that now. Notice that your heart and your body cannot contain that feeling of love. Feel it spreading beyond you. Get a sense of it rippling out to the edges of the universe. You're at the center of it. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. Get a sense of that now. And as you drift in that space, every ounce of doubt disappears from your mind. Every irrational anxiety or stress has gone from your body and mind, because it cannot coexist in your body and mind with that feeling of unconditional self-love. Cannot. There is not space. Get a sense of that now. You are love. You are loved and you are loving. And as you drift in that space, I'd like to ask that part responsible for your health, for your body, for your nutrition, to pick as many new choices Wonderful, enjoyable foods that will lead you to perfect health. Fun ways of moving that will create the body and the stamina and the energy that you want. When it's made those choices for you, I want it to increase those signals so that you understand. And now I'd like to ask that part to integrate these new changes and these new choices into your body and mind at a molecular, cellular, neurological level. So you can have that life and health you want. And when it's done it completely, I want it to increase those signals so that you understand that those changes have taken place. Get a sense that it's happened. Feel those changes in your body. Feel those changes in your mind. Things that had seemed hard to overcome no longer have any power over you. Every doubt gone from your mind. Of course you can create the life you want. Of course you can create the body you want. But understand you're already a whole being. You're already beautiful. You're already the most incredible creation. Because now it belongs to you. I'd like to thank that part for communicating and making those changes now. And from today, no matter how hard you try, you will never doubt your ability to create the body, the health, and the happiness you absolutely want. And know that you are worthy of it, because now you can feel into that unconditional self-love. You will take care of yourself, take care of your body. Want for yourself what you want for the people you love. Feel into that now. Go over with your unconscious often as you need to know that you can and you will create the life you want, the body you want, the health you want. That's right. Step out into the future once again. Feel into the outcome. Ask the question, how much fun is it to feel that good? How much fun can you make it? How important is it for you? Feel into it. Get a sense of it now. Because now you know how good you're going to feel. Everything about your nature is inclined toward it. Only when the unconscious mind knows and has made the changes and allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made. Because in a while, I'm going to count to 10. Every suggestion I've given you, your mind and body will act upon. It's now your reality. Imagine it's happened and there's nothing you can do about that. You find yourself just looking after yourself, being kinder to yourself. Imagine it's happened. Go with your unconscious off as you need to know that you're free. Free to be, free to create the life you want. In a moment, I'm going to count to 10. Every suggestion I've given you, your mind and body will act upon. On 8, your eyes will open. You are going to feel incredible because you are incredible. And on 10, that feeling of freedom and empowerment will grow stronger day by day. As you create the life, the health, the body you want. So get ready. As I count to 10, on 8, your eyes will open. You're going to feel incredible. And on 10, that feeling is going to grow stronger day by day. As you move towards creating that life without even thinking or trying. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful. 2, to create the body, the health and happiness you absolutely want. 3, a feeling of freedom from every limiting belief that ever held you back. You are love. You are loved. And you are loving. 4, feel a force of that energy, freedom and love flooding through your body now. The most incredible feeling of unconditional self-love. 5, feeling incredibly alive now. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely wonderful. 9, 10. I don't know if you've got gallery view on, but can you see Chris and Dory now in amongst they're out in the galaxy. Can you see them out in the outer space? Yeah, wonderful. Well, look, I hope you enjoyed the experience. I'm going to be doing these now every other week. So keep an eye out. I'll post the link as we go along. But I mean it when I say you're beautiful. I mean that about you as well, Wise Law. I'm not just saying about the women here. And you, Chris, you're beautiful. And you, Kesh. Well, not you so much, Kesh, but but Chris and that, yeah, that's I want you to understand that you are all beautiful. You're all fabulous, all right? And you're already a whole being. You don't need to be anything else. You're already a whole being. And just enjoy your week. Enjoy yourselves. Feel into that feeling of unconditional self-love and treat yourself to that feeling, all right? And I'll see you again. Have a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you again soon, all right? Take care. All right.
Thanks so
Thank you,
much.
Freddie.
Happy
Magic.
weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Million.
Thank
Bye,
you.
folks.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Doreen.
much.
Thanks, Doreen. Thanks, Diana.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much, Freddie. I love you.
I see you, Val. What's your husband's name?
Antonio. Actually, like Anthony, but Antonio.
Antonio.
He,
Antonio, nice
yes,
to meet you.
yes.
Great.
He
Okay.
has noticed the difference, Freddie, in me since I've come back. So
Good.
that's been very
And I know
good.
you, and I saw your post.
Freddie, I couldn't see, you see that and that?
Hmm.
I wasn't able, for 4 years, I hadn't seen that, because it was so swollen that I couldn't see the
Yeah.
tendons. I don't know what that's called. Yeah.
Expect to get better and better. Just expect
I'm
it will happen. So I
eternally grateful.
and
Thank
you know
you.
where I am. You know, and I mean this seriously. We can always have half an hour together just to top it up. Don't think you can't call me. And I don't want anything from you. Just say, Freddie, if you got half an hour, I'll set up the link and we'll do it. Okay. All right.
Thank
You were
you.
there, weren't you, Lynn, when Val was there? You were at the
Linda was there, and
I was, yeah.
yeah, and she was incredibly nice and sweet. I mean, honestly,
You were so loved there, Val. I promise you, you were so loved there. And
everyone was so I was like so embarrassed, but everyone was so nice and incredible, and I left full of love, and I still feel like that.
now we've
so.
topped it up. And now Antonio's full of that love as well. He can't help himself.
He's been sort of jealous,
Antonio.
so I think now he understands.
All right, look, have a beautiful weekend. Love it to see you, Katrina.
So, bye, everyone.
Thank you very much, Freddie.
Nice,
Have a nice
folks. Have a
weekend.
good one.
Bye, Linda.
Bye.
I'm coming to Dublin
Bye.
at some point as well, so watch out. Bye now.